that the camera never does it justice, but I wanted you to see the Yoshino cherry trees blooming in the yard. John works so hard in this yard. You can see the blooms have already fallen a good bit on the ground. Got a dogwood tree out there. This has just been a weird spring because everything bloomed pretty much in February and March. You can hear the birds chirping. It's a cloudy day today, but the Yoshino cherries are beautiful. Everything's starting to bloom. It's spring in Alabama. Hello! I'm sitting here in the pouring down rain, fixing to go over to MawMaw Luv's and take her blood. Well, hey guys, let me just say hey guys. I just kind of rushed into that one, didn't I? Rain is coming down. But praise God, it's just a good rain, because they had thought we were going to have bad storms again today. And but so far we've been very blessed and lucky. MawMaw Luv and I were going to go and do a little shopping today, but girlfriend here, I just couldn't do it. Just can't get out and go. I've gone this week off and on, but I will tell y'all, I think I had mentioned in the last video, I'm trying to cut back on the sugar. I've cut back drastically for the last 3 days. This is the third day. No, this is the fourth day, because I started it Monday. I've had a little bit in some particular things that I've eaten, but as far as a soft drink, a piece of candy, stuff like that, you know, not that I eat a lot of candy anyway, but trying to really cut back on the things that has sugar. And cereal, I love cereal. I can eat cereal all the time. It's just full of sugar. And so I've cut drastically back. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I'm just leaning on the Lord for wisdom and understanding to try to get to a better place. My chronic fatigue has been at an all-time high the last 7 weeks. I don't know. This kind of weather affects me and everybody else that has any joint or autoimmune. I don't know. I can't explain it all. I've been watching, sorry, and the pollen has just got my nose crazy. Ooh. This rain's good for the pollen though. I've been watching some videos on chronic fatigue, and it's a lot worse than I thought. There are people that absolutely lose their life to it. And I praise God that I'm still able to get up and to go. I know y'all are tired of hearing about this. I know you are, but it's just kind of where I am right now. So bear with me. I'm looking for better days ahead. But I did get out yesterday. I did not feel good at all yesterday. But I did get out and go and have lunch with some of my girlfriends. There was a group of us that worked. I worked at a high school for 8 years, and one was the bookkeeper, I was the secretary, one was a teacher, and one was the counselor. And we have remained friends for well over 20 years. Gosh, I guess going on 30 years now. And we don't get together as much as we used to, but we, spring break, the friend of mine that's the bookkeeper, I'll put a picture in right here so that you can see who I'm talking about. My friend that's the bookkeeper, she's retired like I am. The one that was a teacher is now the principal at that same high school where we worked. And the other one has retired as a counselor from the county school system, and she is a counselor with a private Christian school now. And so she's going to work, I think she said 3 more years. And so, you know, we are the kind of friends that know that one phone call is all it takes, and everybody would be there in a hurry. And we catch up, you know, when we're together. Of course, we text, and then we see each other on Facebook And then Martha, the good friend of mine that's already retired, she goes to church with me. She lives very close to me. And so we keep in communication with each other, especially with Facebook, you know, like it is. But it's just so good. And so our friend, Jerry Lynn, is the one we went. And I didn't video at all because I didn't feel good. It was a struggle for me to stay active all day yesterday. And I just didn't want a video. I just wanted to just enjoy the moment, enjoy our time together. And we had such a great time together. And gosh, we were there about 4 or 5 hours. But she's built a new house. The 2011 tornadoes that went through Alabama affected all 67 counties of Alabama. It was one of the worst days in history. And Jerry Lynn, the one that we went to her house yesterday, she was affected. She went through that tornado, or I forget how many tornadoes there were that day in Alabama, a lot. But her house was damaged. She was in the basement, but right across the street from her, a young lady was killed in the basement of the home. And then it wiped out so many houses that it never looked the same. It's just never like you were in the same place again, because some people rebuilt and some people didn't. So it was like a huge subdivision. And then it's just never been the same. And so they sold that house and built 4 miles away from her son. So she's like me, she's got 1 child. And so it was just so good. It was such an enjoyable day, and just enjoyed that. John and I went and got pedicures, as you saw on our Adventure Monday. And so it's just kind of been a busy week. Tuesday, I had to go in to Birmingham and get an x-ray of this place. The insurance denied the CT scan, and so I was allowed to get an x-ray. So I go see the plastic surgeon next Wednesday on that. And I took one of my Bible study girls with me, Malia, and she's so precious, and we just had the best time. She needed to get out. I needed somebody just to go with me, to help me. It helps me a lot when I have somebody with me. It just, you know, it keeps, I don't know, it just helps. And so me and her had the best time, and we had to wait on the x-ray, and so we went over to the fish market restaurant and ate, and it was so good. So we just had a great time together. I needed her, and she needed to get out that day, and so it worked out beautifully. So we had a great time. We're going to do some more of that. So it's been a full week. Apologize that I haven't been on here as much, but you know, what can I say? It's just, can y'all hear this rain? Looking forward to Easter Sunday. We're going to have a Good Friday service tomorrow night. And I will try to get John to do some video. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the cardboard testimony ministry, I guess you could call it. But Pastor is going to have us to do that during a part of his sermon. His sermon is we met with him last night, and he said his sermon is going to be titled "From Broken Pieces to Masterpieces." I was like, oh my gosh, I just got chills hearing that. But I'm going to do a cardboard testimony. I'm real apprehensive about it. I texted him last night, and I told him I didn't feel good, and I didn't know if I was supposed to do it, and I asked him, did he have enough? And he said, yes, I have enough, but I sure would like for you to be there and do it. So I asked him, could I have multiple pieces of cardboard, since I'd had so much junk to happen in my life. And then John told me, he said, do you need me to go up there with you and hold extra pieces of cardboard? You know, because I can't get all the crap I've been through on one. I still haven't told y'all everything. I mean, I've been on, well, and Easter will actually be, I think it'll be 3 years? Or is it 2 years? time flies when you're having fun. It's either going to be our 2 or 3 year anniversary of being on YouTube. I got to look and see. So I still never have told y'all everything. I don't know. Maybe the timing just hasn't seemed right or something. I don't know. But I guess if I share any of that, you're going to see in writing some of the things I've been through. But I miss y'all when I don't record. And let me just say, right now, I am so far behind on answering my comments. And I read every one of them, and I will answer every one of them. But never do I get, I'm like a week and a half behind. So please forgive me for that. Don't feel slighted. You know, and I know the big YouTubers can't answer, but as long as I can still answer the people who take time, and a lot of you will, you know, say things like to pray for you or family or situation go on, and I'll write that down right then when I read it. But I have just been kind of out of it. I'm so tired of telling y'all that. I want to come on here and tell you, this is the, well, it's still the day that, this is the day that the Lord has made. It still is. It's just that I want to feel exuberant and feel healthy and feel really connected and not feel disoriented. And that's one thing I worried about doing the cardboard thing, was going up on the stage, because I'm feeling dizzy and I'm so disoriented, feeling a lot. So, and so many of y'all, let me just say that, have written me in the past several videos and told me that you experience some of the same things I go through. And let me just tell you, nobody wants this. Nobody wants to be so fatigued that they can't even get up and fold laundry or put the dishes in the dishwasher or make the bed up. Nobody in their right mind wants to feel this way. But it is the season that I am going through, that I have been going through. And that's the reason I'm really trying to cut the sugar out, because our autoimmune system is in our gut. And so many of us have unhealthy guts because we put so much starch and yeast and sugar in it. And I mean, let's just be honest, I need to lose 100 pounds. And you know what? I just don't know. I just don't know if it's going to happen or not. But I just know by the grace of God that I'm trying to eat healthier. John and I just had salads last night with some cheese, and we've eaten good this week. So I don't want to get on here. I don't want to be a complainer, because, oh, I hate negativity. But it's just, you know, I think that y'all love me as I am. You love who I am. And you know that people have good that comes with bad. I can't be, I mean, I'll just tell you, I already get on here sometimes and fake, you know, put on a very happy face when it's not happy. I still have joy. I put on a face, more triumphant face than what I'm actually going through. Some of you will say, I know you're not feeling good today. I can tell it in your eyes, or, you know, I can tell it. So, but anyway, but it's been a good week. Oh, let me tell you this. The kids are camping. Ashley and Michael's first cousin, Leslie, who's like Michael's sister, have got 6 kids at the campground. Her mom and dad bought a big new camper, and so they were down there the first part of the week, and so they left, and Ashley and Leslie were down there, and then Michael and Leslie's husband are getting down there this afternoon. Why do you worry? You grandmothers, testify with me on this. Why do grandmothers worry so much more than mothers do? There's something about your grandkids being away and you not being there with them that kind of makes you want to freak out a little bit. Do any of y'all understand that? I'm like, all day yesterday, well, and I really feel like I freak Ashley out sometimes with things that the Lord tells me. But all day yesterday I worried about Reid, because he's 7 And he is so friendly and so vulnerable. And I worried about him being at that campground and getting away. And somebody grabbing him. Or somebody trying to hurt him. And I just kept praying. I was like, Lord, put your divine protection around him. So, but yesterday I just kept praying for God's divine protection upon him. And so last night I had texted Ashley and, you know, to see, and of course her phone was dead. She didn't text me back till later. And I said, how are my boys doing? She's like, good. And she's like, I mean, I had not said nothing. She said, been fighting a little bit of a battle to keep Reid roped in to where he's supposed to be. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, well, make sure that you keep your eyes on him, because I have been worried about him in my spirit all day today. I've been praying for him. And she told me, she said, me and Leslie freaked out because we know how you are about your feelings, how you get feelings about stuff. But that's what the Holy Spirit does, is if, you know, if there's a situation and people need prayer, you know, the Holy Spirit directs us in that way. And so it freaked her out. And I said, I bet you'll keep your eyes on him better today. And of course, his daddy will be down there this afternoon. But y'all, he's so loving and so kind. He wants everybody to be his friend. But tell me down below, if you're a grandmother, do you worry so much more about your grandchildren than you ever did your children? I guess when you're a mother, you've got them right there and you're taking care. But I can remember Mother worrying about Ashley so much. And I'd just be like, Mother, she's fine, you know. And now I am that grandmother. I just, you know, I know Ashley and Michael are great parents. But I just, you know, I worry sometimes that, you know, they may let their guard down. Or they may have the other kids around them. And I don't know. I just pray for God's divine protection. But let's go in here and see this woman a minute and see what she's doing. She's already come out and beckoned me, so we'll go in there and see her. Shadow? Hey, little friend. What you doing, Sally Mae?
I was making some
What you doing with them striped socks on?
Oh, I look like a bird.
You look like a bird.
And I'm also making
egg salad.
Because I'm on starvation.
Me and her were going out today, and it's so nasty.
No day to go out.
It's not a day to go out, and she wanted to get out so bad.
That
egg salad looks pretty good, Mama.
Yeah.
You look cute, too. We got to get her another haircut.
I do need that, don't I? My hair's clean. That's all I can say for it. Oh, no, I just had them eggs. I've had some fruit, and I decided I'd use them.
Tell them, am I vampire coming after you today?
Who?
For your blood?
Yeah, it's sucking my blood. I didn't think I'd live that long to see somebody come.
I got to tell y'all that my mama has a thing for roosters. So Rhett comes in. They're everywhere. Rhett comes in. Some of these are really old, like these.
Yeah,
and those are very old.
Tell them what Rhett said.
Rhett came in. Rhett came in one day and said, "Did he call them chickens or roosters?" And look at
chickens.
Look at her azaleas that she brought in that are blooming. Aren't they beautiful? But Mother, where did this come from?
Aunt Hazel gave me that years and years ago.
That thing has been such a part of my childhood. Now, remove the frogs. But that thing is old. Now, those roosters are old, aren't they?
Yeah. Some of them came from Hazel's.
Did they?
Yeah. These came from California, where Randy brought them back.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I know. This was a gift from one of the kids.
But
they're old.
Yeah, some of them are old.
They're just like me.
Just like her. And then she has a gallery on her cabinets of all of her kids and grandkids. And her refrigerator was covered with them, but when we bought a new refrigerator, we gave her our refrigerator, so she's got a new refrigerator. But look at this one. Mother, what'd you do with that old ugly rooster? And I love this one with the lemons, but I bought her this big one too.
I even got one here.
I got one like that. What'd they do with mine?
They see the one with the lemons?
I had a rooster like that too.
Yeah, you sure did.
I love to look and see if he's in the basement.
He's been sitting there about as long as I have.
Yeah. So she's got her sign up that says, "The kitchen's closed. This chick's had it." And then Ashley got her this: "Lord, keep your arms around my shoulders and your hand over my mouth."
I need that. I really need that.
You really need that. Yeah. So I wanted to make sure they saw you today.
Oh, they've seen a beauty.
I'm telling you. She's got on on her leopard shirt and her striped socks. I mean, what else could you have on for a rainy day, right?
That's right. What else is it to do? Sit here and look ignorant.
Well, tell them bye.
Bye-bye.
See y'all.
Bye-bye.